Hey, beautiful souls, it's your bruddaZen with this week's Take 10 with Zen, where we take 10 minutes, sometimes more, sometimes less, and we talk about how to connect with spirit, how to connect to the powerful individuals we truly are, and where I answer questions from my subscribers. We have been chatting about how to discover what our spiritual gifts are, how we can use them, put them into practice, how we can clean out and get rid of these clogs that are filling the unconditional love pipeline, which is what actually supports and energizes those gifts. Last episode, we talked about kind of like a menu of the most common or some of the most common spiritual gifts and how you can actually kind of categorize them into different of the elements, fire, earth, water, and air, right? So we've been doing that, but we also mentioned that there is no limit to what those gifts are, how you can use them, except for what we have in our mind here. So in this episode, we are going to talk about how, to ignite these gifts and how we can enhance them, maybe even upgrade them. So how exciting. Let's get into it. One of the deterrents we have that's very common for humans, of us wanting to leap and to expand and to search and put our spiritual gifts into action, something that most human children learn when they're very, very young, and it's instilled in us, and that's feeling like we have to go from, 0 to Mach 100 with our hair on fire, this huge leap, and we are supposed to go from beginner to expert like that, right? And patience is not a comfortable emotion with our humanness, and it all comes down to that's not our norm. On the other side, we don't need patience. Where we come from, the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being we are, we don't need any patience at all, because if I'm over here and I want to know what it's like over there, I'm there in an instant. And I'm actually already there because we all are part of one, and this oneness is already there, so we can experience what it's like over here in an instant, right? Also, when we're wanting to know something, all we have to do is go, I wonder what that is. And we're connected to the huge omniscient, omnipresent, the powerful brain of the creator, right? So we know everything like that. We don't have to be patient over there, so we come here to experience what patience is. And Spirit shared this with me when I was taking a long walk one day. I actually felt Spirit and my little spiritual entourage that they were walking with me. And I was like, I laughed and I was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And they responded that they were enjoying the walk with me because they didn't get to feel that over on the other side. They were experiencing the feelings and the journey through me of getting from here to there, taking one step at a time. And it somehow made it more enjoyable for me, where I wasn't rushing to get the end of the walk, and instead I began to enjoy each step I was taking as well. And we actually came down here for that purpose too, among other things, but one of the big draws is for us to experience what it does feel like to take a step at a time and not the unknowingness of the future. Part of this scavenger hunt we're on to try to discover things and not just know it right away, not having the scroll drop from the heavens to tell us what our gifts are, how to use them, all that. But our human wants to know all that because it wants to make sure we're doing things right. But we are doing things right when we're taking it a moment at a time. And knowing this somehow allows us to slow down and enjoy the process as we discover what our gifts are, to put them into practice, to even heighten them, upgrade them, get even more comfortable with them over and over again. And all we really need to do is focus on the very next step. Beginning. That is the fun thing, but it's like getting out of bed on a cold morning when you just want to stay in the comfy, warm bed. But taking a quick moment to sit up, stick your legs out of the comfort zone helps the next step be easier. I know, I get it. We kind of have fears about, well, what if I act on this gift and put it out to others and it doesn't work? Or what will other people think if it fails, or if they think I'm weird or whatever? And I totally get it. When I first started reading cards, I totally started reading for myself first. And I know, oh my gosh, there's these rules out there, right? You're not supposed to read for yourself. But that's what I've been talking about. The only limitations that we have come from in here, right? And I'm not dissing others, because we all actually come here to experience what it might feel like to feel limited and restricted and small. So we can allow others to have their rules, to have all their rituals and everything else until they're ready to not have them. But we can look at what we have. We do that to ourselves when we take on these, like I said, the rules and different things from others, when people are telling us, the supposed to around something, whether it is verbally, in person, watching a video, a book, whatever it is, we get a lot of opinion from the outside world on how our gift is supposed to work and what you're supposed to do with it. And we can take on rituals we feel we need to do, like smudging cards after someone else touches them, wearing my lucky socks, lighting a candle, whatever it may be. If it helps you feel more sure about yourself, do it. I even encourage you to create your own rituals to make it personal so you enjoy the moment as much as you can. So start with yourself. Let you be your own guinea pig. How does it feel to use your gift? Test its limits, explore it. What feels comfortable, whatever feels right for you, do it, but just begin. Like working out and building like a physical muscle, the key to doing that is consistency and focusing on building the muscle and using the muscle over and over and over again. And the same thing is with your spiritual gift, is if you want to expand them and build them, make them bigger, then that determines how often you want to do that. If you want to build it faster, then you use it more. Because if you go to the gym once a week versus every day, well, you'll definitely experience different results, right? I noticed a significant difference myself when I read cards for myself each moment before I went out into life, compared to when I first began with once every couple of weeks or so. And then when I began reading live on YouTube for a few hours every day, over a year, boom, beefcake! So the messages come more clearly and in more detail, and the energy, it flows more greatly and more smoothly. So we discover more and more about our gifts as well as they expand and they expand and they expand. So hopefully all of this helps for now, but just to begin. And if you have anything to share, any questions you have around different experiences, or you want to share your experiences, we'd love to hear them. So just make sure to comment down below with anything you want to share, any questions you may have. And if you don't feel comfortable putting it out into public with everyone else to see it, you can also send it directly to me at my email address, which is bruddaZen@gmail.com. And I'd love to hear that. I will respond to you via that email. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you're enjoying this content. And if you have any ideas on what you also would like to hear, again, comment down below or email me, and I'm always happy to answer questions from subscribers. So until next week, just know every second of every day of your life that you, yes, you, are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care.